Salut! E aí, rapaziada? Hello everyone, my name is Thiago. And today we're gonna talk about something that I really enjoy. But I prepared a little thing for you guys. Digital has its place now. On the dining table, on the couch while watching TV, at the street, by night or by day, our work as creative is out there, in hands of people. And there are more work to come, as we have more features on our backlog. Now, while we are really good with UX research tools to work on a requested feature in our backlog, are we using our special skills to help and define this feature earlier in the process using data about what we have already delivered? How are we helping out the stakeholders and product owners to be good at maximizing the work we do not do? We have several products receiving features with no connection to real-life problems that are so putting in risk customer satisfaction and by consequence the business. So to help you avoid that and challenge the ideas you have or the demands that gets on your backlog, there are a handful of tools out there that address this need. I'm gonna talk about one of them, and that has 5 features that I like. But before listing the features, I have a few criteria to help you decide whether it's ideal for you or not. Well, the first one, it is cheap. You have free plan on websites with low audience and an affordable pricing for more popular websites. Still on the activation or installation part, it is really simple to install. All you have to do is add a JavaScript tag on all your pages. They have a feature to send relevant information for your developer, so you just have to click send. Well, it is quite complete. It has features for qualitative and quantitative analysis on users' behavior and the ability to collect feedback from the users as well. It is GDPR compliant. If you're in Europe, you understand that. If you're not, it has some security layers so customers' personal data won't be recorded. All you have to do is open the settings tab and select these options. You'll see later on how it will influence what you can see or not on the features. But the most important, you have customer data secured. So let's jump to the features. What are they, why I like it, and how I use it. Now let's start with incoming, which is a feature that I really like. Well, basically what you have to do is click on set up incoming feedback, and you can set up this for the language you're using, the position you want that to appear. You get to choose the kind of interface users will be able to see. So you can work on the color, and you can change the color as you want. You have this light or dark mode. So you have a few design options that you may use. What is the invitation message? To request email of customers if you want to answer them and you want to make this a communication channel. Once you finish, you can set the thank you message. You can set on which kind of devices you want that to trigger. What kinds of selectors possible to choose whatever you want on your website. Once activated, you can also see your grade, and also you can see some details. And here you have some, on this area here, you have some customer testimonial. They are describing what happened and why they are not that happy in this case. And also you can see a screenshot and all kinds of details. Which was the browser, the operational system, was it a desktop or a mobile device? How many time ago? And of course, I'm not displaying any of this content because it is confidential, right? So this is just for you to get an idea on how you could and you should explore this feature. Now, another one that I really like is the Heatmap tool. As you can see here, I have several heat maps created. Create that is the same concept as incoming. You can name your heat map. So for example, product. You can put like product page. You can choose the number of page views you want based on the plan you have hired. You can choose to trigger and to target a specific page or similar page and trigger it by a JavaScript snippet. You can have a simple URL match or also exact URL match. And if you're triggering like similar pages, it's really interesting to have this custom screenshot page URL. This is basically it. Also, you can exclude some elements from the heat map, which is really cool. And here you will be able to see how it will look your heat map when you have all the security features checked. You don't get to see any text or any image that is on the page. And just in case you forgot how the page looks, and I mean you don't understand a little bit your heat map, or you want to share this with others that doesn't have the same knowledge of this page as yourself, you can screenshot this page or even download it here. And then you can overlay the real page on top of that one and work a little bit on the opacity of the page so you can see still the heat map. So this is a way that you can do to, it's a workaround, so you can do that. You are safe, but you can also see in detail what the heat map brings. Also, you can see the difference on the device. So here we have desktop and here mobile device. Also, you can see you can change the type of the heat map. You can see click, you can see mouse movement, and also scroll. So yeah, it's a pretty complete feature. For example, if I would do the heat map of this video, it would be something like this. I mean, I think right here we should have this. I think you guys use a lot this bar to see a little bit what is the next thumbnails or what's about to come on the video and run through the video. So I think this would be like way used. So I'm gonna add, yeah, I think this is okay. A part of you might use these areas here to like fast forward. And yeah, if I were gonna do the heat map of my YouTube videos, I think based on the analytics I have on YouTube, it would be something like this. Well, after that we have recordings, and here you'll be able to see how users are navigating on your website. The same way you do to set up heat maps is the way you're gonna set up things here. So you can select any page or specific pages, and you can have some different recording options. So this is how it looks when you're watching a recording. You have all the informations about the users, no personal information, of course. So you can control the speed here. You can skip pauses, like for when users are not doing nothing, it can skip. And you also can see whatever kind of events they might do on the page. And also you can add some notes. So you can share this later with someone else, okay? And also you can share only with people on the company, or if you want to leave it open for the internet and share this like in a blog post or whatever, this is also possible. So the important part here is that it's not that possible to see who is being recorded, because you don't have access to the webcam, for example. You don't have access to sound on the computer of people. You can just see what is on their browser. No, you cannot see how other websites work in this way unless you're part of the website and you have this tool installed on your website. Okay, funnels, I think you're already used to that, but for example, you can see what's happening on on a given flow that you have on your website. For example, the checkout flow, and you can see on which steps what's happening and what's your overall conversion rate based on data, based on a time frame. Or the number of sessions you had, okay? What's interesting here that you can have the link to watch these recordings when it's triggered. So in this case it is not, but when it is triggered, you click here and it will filter people that was on, for example, the sign up page, and you can better understand how people were behaving, where they were clicking and stuff like that. Now we're going to the forms feature, and I think this feature is the more underrated on Hotjar entirely. It is really useful, and I don't know people use that often as they could or they should. So here you can see all the details inside a form in your page. You can see how each field of your page is performing. So you can see data as like how many time people spent on the field. What's the percentage of refilling that people have on this specific field? What's the percentage of people that left it blank, so didn't fill it? And also you can have some warnings, like for example, this field has a high percentage of refill and people are spending like almost 10 seconds on just this field. You can see that what's happening here to learn a little bit more, and after you can combine and see the recordings on this page to try to understand better what's happening. And here we can see that for example, here we have 25% of users. We have 25% of users dropping off after this field, which is mandatory, and 100% of people left it blank. So, for example, what I would do here is ask the business, do we really need this field? Can we get rid of that? Because if we do, probably we're going to increase this farm conversion rate. Now we're talking about polls and surveys. Well, the goal in both of them is to make questions for customers. So it has the same way to trigger as the other features. So to create this poll, you have to name it, and then you can add some questions here. If you use like Qualaroo or SurveyMonkey, it's really similar. It isn't that powerful as SurveyMonkey, but it does the job. And basically, you can like type the question, and after this question you can set what's the behavior of this poll or this survey, what you want it to do after customer answering this question. Also, you can choose the type of the answer you want. Is it a long text answer? Is it a short text answer? Is it an email? Rating scale, Net Promoter Score. So it's pretty complete. You can add as much questions as you want. And yeah, I mean, you can work on the appearance in the same way you could do it with the incoming feature. It has the same way to trigger as the other features. That's pretty much it, guys. I've already used Hotjar to prove with data and customer behavior a few different problems than the ones I was being asked to solve. And please consider subscribing and feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And well, that's it. Tschüss!